Today it is clean window unit day. Why we have window units, you ask? Because our oldest kid weed whacked the AC cord in the back, and every time we have it repaired, it just messed up, caused a short, and now we need a new AC unit. Yay. So here. Let's place that. Some screws I feel like. Did I give them to you?
No, you put them in the jar.
Oh, no one put them here. That one that I just took off. So in cleaning out this guy back here, I don't even think we got how gross and disgusting it really was. Shot the water hose in there. All over me. I started cleaning it off, but for the sake of the video, of the documentation process, won't make that mistake again. Be careful how you spray into the fan hamster wheel thingy. That's your mulch straw? You're drinking your coffee? Oh, okay. She did it again. You'll suck on a fake mulch straw, but you won't touch a grub with your bare hands? That doesn't make any sense. So this was the first AC we were working on, and while we got it significantly cleaner here, inside, you can tell kind of where I scrubbed it right there. This, I can't even, like, it's dirty up here again because we're spraying everything out from the back. But it was so disgusting. That's the before. That I've just sprayed it once. I didn't even scrub it yet. But after getting it all apart and doing all of this, then my husband says, let's just buy a new one. Because this one is significantly older. The other two we bought, those are fairly clean. They just need to be cleaned inside a little bit. But this one was really old. This is one we got from one of our neighbors we borrowed. And he was gracious enough to let us keep it, which was super awesome for the season that we needed it for. But now I don't want to clean this anymore. So I think we're just going to buy a new one for the boys' room until we get the main unit, the whole house central thing fixed. And let me say that the only reason that I don't want to clean this anymore is because it's super old in comparison to our other two, and it's got all kinds of mold and debris, and I take room air quality, breathing quality very seriously, so that mold and whatnot just really freaks me out. I'm pretty sensitive to it. It makes my skin break out. We can always tell, most of us in the house can tell when we need to change our filters, so I'm not going to take any chances with this. This is why stuff in the garden gets moved around and is not where we leave it. Why are you putting dirt in there, the soil in there? Okay, but we have containers with sifted soil, and you're mixing it with soil that hasn't been sifted yet. You don't care? Nope, you don't care. Okay. I walk over here and see y'all in the van, and conveniently, you were going in there to tell them to get out of the van.
Yeah. What are you saying?
Why? What?
I thought it had a 4-leaf cover, but it was actually 3.
Oh, keep looking. Alone, stop doing that. You're gonna spill it all out. You should get a bucket to collect it in. Putting the old one back together so we can find it a new home on Marketplace for someone who wants to clean it. Free AC. Perfectly good working order. No. What are you doing up in that tree? Aren't you supposed to be pulling grass? When you get bigger, you can climb in the tree.
I want that tree.
What are you doing, Raya? Doing logs?
Stop it.
Pretty late start today. Had to go to the vet for some dogs, and Then we started doing those AC units, only to come to the realization that the oldest one is too gross. Took up way more time than it should have. But we're just going to have to buy a new one for the boys' room, and we'll clean the other two. But now it's garden time with a little bit of light we have left. I'm going to work on my area over here. Finish working on this area. I did from where that log line is. There's one going across. It's kind of covered in mulch. You can't see, but pulled all the roots, grass roots from there. That we're leaving. That's wild lettuce. That's just staying there for now. Got a new little load of pallets today from one of our neighbors, Justin. He works at a medical distribution center, so that's pretty cool. And what are you doing here today?
Cleaning up on each post.
Let's do all of this grass. Like grabbing it, taking it back to the bird area, so we get all the dead grass first. We get all the dead grass low, and then I'll get to the roots. But I need all the top grass cleared, so that way I can get down to the roots when I come down the rest of this way. I have to come down the rest of this way and eventually make it over here. So yeah, I mean, if you just rake up all the top layer, all of the long grass, just so it's, you know what I mean, the mulch area. Or no, what were you doing? Just,
I mean, it was kind of doing something.
huh?
It was kind of doing something.
Okay, just get all the top from all the way from that telephone pole. Obviously being mindful of the berries. And that includes the trees, like those little trees that we clipped, that we cut before they became crazy, those thorn trees. We're going to need to cut that thorn tree too. Let's see what I can knock out in an hour over. I don't even think we got an hour left, but we'll see. So this is the new area here. This is the little area that Yell's working on right now. So I'm just hand cultivator tools digging through the mulch over here in this area. We have a bunch of annual or perennial bulbs planted down here. I've already done both left and right behind me, and now I'm just going the rest of this way to that H post that Elias was working on over there. He's behind the camera now, so but the goal is to connect these two areas that are hand cultivated to pull out all the roots over that way. It's a lot of work, but this is a lot of good mulch. I'm not scraping it up again. We've done that already last year, early last year. Well, was it 19 or 20?
20.
It was 20
February.
when we did that?
February.
So it was the beginning of the craziness. We scraped everything up and we had about a good 12 inches of soil built. I don't want to do that again this year, even though we let the grass get away from us. I do have plans. If we are going to use that 40 by 40 bed over there closest to the fence line, we're going to have the guys scrape, and then we're going to have local native mulch delivered and build it up that way. We're not doing that area by hand, but this 50 by 50 bed on this side we are doing by hand because I'm not tilling it, and it's easy enough to work by hand. We are tilling the area back there that I showed you earlier because the grass root there was like no real mulch there. And there was a pile of compost that we had delivered from that same company in Justin, Texas, that we had to break back up because it kind of compacted, and it's too much good soil and compost to waste. So that's what we're doing here. Little by little equals a lot. That's what we're going by here. Little by little, we're doing these grids, and we are building the plot we're planting in. So today is March 15th, 2021. This is where we're at. I gave up on the AC project even though we have 2 to clean. That first one kind of defeated me, so get into the soil before the sun goes all the way down. That's that's what we're doing. So that's the area that I was just working. I've already done both sides of that flower row all the way down to this H-post. Excuse me, and that's where I'm at, and I got that much left to do. It looks less than it is because of the angle I'm at. I'm actually just at halfway. I got all that left to do. Eli's doing a load back to the birds. Well, right now he's looking at the trail up there. And Yell, number 3, is over here doing her area. This is the new plot she started today. It connects to this one over here that we're doing, that we started, that I showed you. And that's going to connect to over here, which is where a lot of the wild lettuce is right now. Oh, you're working back on that? All the loose grass roots, okay? We're working back on this, or I'm sorry, he's working back on that area. This will be probably the last area that we get to. There's a lot of wild lettuce here. And those rocks there used to be all stacked right here. So we gotta redo that ground. There's a lot of mulch. I don't know if you can tell. There's a lot of mulch there. But that's this area we're hoping to have ready by April 1st. And let's get a shot now that the sun is down, and you can probably see a little better. This area over here where my seed table is right now, this is the part, the 40 by 40, that I'm contemplating having scraped. I have some craft paper rolls that I went to go pick up from a company in Dallas. And they're like 4 feet wide by 600 feet long. So I'm thinking of laying out sheets of the craft paper before we have the mulch dumped. So after it gets scraped, the craft paper goes down, and then the mulch goes on top. And this is just where the previous year, last year's mulch garden was, that kind of got taken over by runner grass. But yeah, so we're at today. Not a whole lot going on. I didn't get a whole lot done outside like I wanted to. That AC really kind of took the wind out of my sails, but I'm going to finish this project before it gets too dark. So at least I will have stepped on the flowers. I will have something crossed off my list of the little by little today. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and like, subscribe, follow us on You can follow us on Instagram and Facebook. I started those pages many years ago. The YouTube channel is a new thing, but I have a lot of pictures, at least, kind of how we've come across the years when we first got started. But anyway, Instagram, Facebook, here on YouTube, like, subscribe, bell thingy. Thank you so much. Bye. Well, I thought that was going to be the end of the video. So this little guy decided to jump in the big dog kennel. Don't know why she would do that, but now she's got to be tended to. We got to clean out her wound and treat her. I know. He didn't kill her. He doesn't really kill, but he's so big. He definitely hurt her. So now she's got to go into the bird infirmary. What were you thinking, huh? What were you thinking? Why did you do that? Why?
Probably got spooked.
Why would she? That's a tall kennel, though. She jumped in. She thought she was going to get something good on the other side of that fence.